Okay, on this video we're going to show you a little bit more in detail about how I did the face of our Scarecrow. Now this is just a little cap. That sort of works out best, I think, because it's flatter on the back, and you can actually use your staple gun to hold this up on the bulletin board like this. Hold this up on the bulletin board, staple it, and then this can be put up under. You can slip it up under the hat. Now on my cap, you'll notice I've attached pieces of craft paper that I went ahead and cut just straight cuts up into it and made it so that it would hang down below the cap level and make the kind of straw-like hair. Now you can do other things. You can actually use hay. You can use the white Excelsior kind of stuff that you can buy in your craft stores. They also have shredded paper that they use for little packages, you know, stuffing in your gift bags and things like that, that you could also use, and you know, put that up there. But I'm trying to keep this as cheap as possible and not spend as much, not spend any more money than I have to. So in this case, I just used my craft paper, and I made my own little paper hair. Now, what I did, once I got my hat all fixed, I used just a straight pin to attach it to the head of my Scarecrow. Just a regular straight pin like you'd use if you were making dresses or clothing. Now this is just a simple lunch bag like you would get, you know, to carry your lunch in every day. And what I did, I opened it all out, and then I took the corners and brought them together to make kind of a little more of a point here, so that it would accommodate my cap. My cap would fit on it a little better. And then, this is what you can have the students do. They can actually decorate the face any way that they would like to, put on eyes, nose, mouth. And what I did for the nose here, it doesn't have to be perfect. I actually took a little piece out of the back of the bag, and I just crumpled that up a little bit, and in my case I used a little tiny piece of tape to tape it on. You could actually use a little bit of hot glue or a little bit of Elmer's glue and just stick that on and let it dry good, and then you'd be ready to go with that. Now all I did, I happen to have some plastic bags that you get at the grocery store. You could actually use newspaper, you could use any kind of paper or any kind of stuffing that you like to add some fullness to this bag. And I just stuffed my bag and shaped it so that it filled out my face here and gave it some fullness. Okay? Then once you're all through with that, you bunch up the bottom. Once you get the little face made and everything, you bunch up the bottom. And then all you do is just kind of place it right in here inside the neck of the little shirt, and then use your staple gun to staple it in place. Now, one thing I was going to mention is that you can actually, if you'd rather, you could have your Scarecrow sitting up. Because my bulletin board is kind of small, I chose to stretch him out like that, like he's laying down reading. But you could have him sitting up. You could have him using my video about how to make a tree. You could make a tree stump, just a nice good sized tree stump, and have him sit on top of the tree stump. That would be another position you could put him in, and just staple him to the bulletin board behind the tree stump there. So you've got a lot of different possibilities that you can do. The next video, I'm going to stop the video now, and the next one I'm going to do is going to show you a little bit more detail about how to get the body and the shirt part in place. Okay? So we'll stop the video now and start a new one here in a minute.